This has been Queen, also known as Ilona. It's a while, I think, since I've done a little video, so I better get my finger out and get on with it. I've got a coffee, have you? It is just gone 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Cheers. Right, just a mention quickly of my gas bill has arrived. This is for gas and electricity, so both utilities. Now I only pay every 3 months on a quarterly bill. They send me the bill and I pay for it. Now I was a little bit shocked, I have to admit, about how much I have to pay. And I thought, I checked the tariff and there was a change, there was a price change 1st of January, so I did supply the meter readings for that. So I took this to my coffee morning group and said, what do you think of this then? I think it's very, very high. So several of them looked at the amount. They said, well, that's normal. And somebody else has said, well, that's fine, that's okay, that's how it is. I must admit, it did surprise me to get a bill for £430, and that's for 3 months. You see, most people will pay on a monthly direct debit, and I don't. But so divide that by 3, and apparently it's what everybody is paying. But yeah, just to quickly look at this. There's a bag that I am just about finished, a little bit of stitching around the top there, but it's just scraps of fabric. Are you all, can you see it, Mother? Yeah, stitched together a little bag. So there you are. So one lady has decided that she wants this bag. So I said, yeah, fine. I will work out how much I'm going to charge her for it. Yeah, anyway, I've got a little story here. Looking back on my trucking days, I was doing a job. Cheers. This is one of my specials. You know, a little tot in there. Yeah, my trucking days, I was working for a cement company, and all their vehicles were owned by owner drivers, and there were tankers and carrying 26 tonne of powder cement. So I would take over a vehicle when the driver went away on holiday. I was freelance, self-employed, so I would hop from vehicle to vehicle. As they went away on their holidays, I took over their vehicle, which worked very well, actually. They always told me when they went away, do what you like, treat it as your own. You know, if you want to finish early, tell them, or you know, do whatever hours you like, whatever you want to do. So it was a bit like being a self-employed owner driver, only I didn't own the vehicle. Anyway, I set off early one morning, an early start, about 3 a.m. and the loads I was delivering were not that far away, about an hour's drive to the different places, factories, and so I deliver the load, come back, pick up another load, go out again, come back. Anyway, I was on my 3rd load, on my way to the 3rd delivery, and it wasn't far away, it was only about an hour away. The phone rang, and they said, how long will you be? What time will you be back? And I said, well, I'm not coming back, I'm having a night out. Because I started early, this is my 3rd load, so once I've finished this job, I will not move. they said, but you've got to come back. We've got to load. We need to load you for tomorrow, the load tomorrow. All time deliveries, you see. And so I thought, all right, well, I'll give it a try. I said, I'll give it a try. I'm adding my hours up because we're limited to how many hours we can drive and work. So I said on the phone, I said, it's possible I might be able to get back. Now, you see, I put everything into my job because I've always done that. I've always done my best. And I've always gone along with whatever I'm asked to do. Yes, I can do that. To please the company, to please the people I was working for. I put myself out on a regular basis to get the job done because that's how I prefer to work. Anyway, I got to the entrance to this factory where I was delivering to, in the countryside, and great big wide gates, that wide, much bigger, wider than what the lorry is. But anyway, I saw the gates and it was on my mind to think, I've got to hurry up. I've got to get back. I've got to get this unloaded. And for a split second, my mind went blank. I did not slow down enough. I threw that lorry into the entrance of the gate, big wide gate, and it came to a sudden halt and a bang when I actually smashed the trailer up on the gatepost as I was coming into the yard. I could not believe what I had done. I thought, oh my God. Anyway, I did manage to drive it. It was drivable. I drove it to the discharge point. You connect hoses up into a silo on the other side of a wall. And I was able to discharge the load because I didn't damage the leverage for the, you pressurise the tank, you put pressure in the tank, and then it blows through into the silo. I rang up the office and I said, well, you know that load you want me to do? Hurry up tomorrow. I says, it's not going to get done because I've had an accident. So I was absolutely gutted. So I got back to the yard, it was a bit late, and I thought nobody is ever going to want to let me drive their lorry ever again because, you know, look what I've done to this trailer. The trailer was bashed up along the side of it, the sidebar and mudguard. And so the result was I had to take the vehicle off the road for 3 days. I had to take it down to Sutton Bridge in Lincolnshire. I had to sit with it for 3 days while the garage repaired the damage. Now, I was thinking, they put pressure on me to hurry up. I wouldn't have done that if there was no pressure. So I'm thinking it's their fault. They are to blame. The office is to blame because they urged me to hurry up, get on with it. But then after a while, I thought, hang on a minute, whose hands were on the steering wheel? Mine. So why did I give in to that pressure? Well, I gave in because I want to do the best for the job. But then I realised that I cannot say it is their fault. They contributed to it, definitely. And if they hadn't put that pressure on, it would never have happened. It wouldn't have happened. So they had to take some of the blame. But at the end of the day, I was behind the steering wheel. I threw that lorry into the yard. I bashed the trailer up. And then that just made me think about being under pressure, people expecting you to do something that you don't think is quite right, that you don't think is fair, but then you try your best because you like to please people. I was a people pleaser when I was driving because I wanted to do the job right. But after that incident, something happened to me and I thought, I'm not going to do that again. You know, any other decisions that I have to make will be my decisions. I will not be swayed by anybody else. I will not give in to pressure. And so that's really what I do now. But I think it's a lesson to be learnt, really, that I am responsible for decisions that I make. I cannot pile the responsibility on somebody else when things go wrong, because I made the decision. So I don't know if you quite understand what I'm saying here, but you know, a lot of people are quick to blame somebody else for whatever's happened to them, you know, or whatever situation they're in. It's the people are very unwilling to say it was my fault, you know, I did it. But I think it's important for me to do that, because I can't blame other people for what I do, because I have a functioning brain. I have common sense. I can decide. So that's really basically it. If you're ever in a position where you have to make a decision, you know, don't be pressurised by anybody and do what you think is right. So anyway, I've had a lot of stick at the moment on the blog. It is getting a little bit out of hand. These people that want to ridicule me, rubbish me, everything I say, it's getting worse. But then I am not responsible for their well-being. I'm responsible for my well-being. They are responsible for their own well-being. They can't blame me for saying something that they don't agree with or they don't like what I say. I speak from my heart, my head, and I speak sincerely, and I speak for what I believe in. Nobody has to listen to me. Nobody has to believe me. Nobody has to trust me. So I'm not responsible for the people out there, the angry people who things are not going too well for. You know, so I'm responsible for me. Do you get it? Do you get it? You be responsible for you. Anyway, after that accident, I really thought hard about, I have to follow my own instincts. And if something is not right, it is up to me to change things. I can't change other people being angry. They have to deal with that, not me. Right, me Queen here. Coffee time. I'm going to sup this. And then I'm going out for a walk because there's sunshine out there. So, bye for now. See you later. Toodle-pip.